Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share some video and tips about how I navigate my life through goals that I want to achieve things in my life and make my year far better than previous one. I watched a lot of videos. I read a lot of books about how you can optimize your life and how you can navigate your goals so that it serves a purpose. Now I understand that every single one of us that tries to have goals, we usually in the beginning of the year set few goals. After a few weeks of we're trying to do our goals, it just doesn't seem pleasant to us, or since there is nothing concrete or anything written, we just forget them, and then we realized we had these goals at the end of the year and then we have achieved nothing. Now I was also like this, and I wanted to track my life, and I've seen benefit of it with my financials. Ever since I finished the university, I started to earn my money and manage my money. I started to find out it is always better to just take some paper note, whatever it's convenient for you. For me, it's Notion. For you, it could be notebook, mobile apps that you can take notes, anything that is suitable for you. I realized that it's better you always write down whatever comes to your mind, whatever you're doing, so that you can track it later and so that you can check it. And we already do this in the work. There are some reports generated at your work that shows what have you did in the quarter and everything. Why not this can be applied to our goals also? And I started doing this in the first 3 months, and I see it kind of works and it pushes me to be on the better side, and I am going to share it with you too. Now, as you can see in my Notion page, this is basically the template that I created for my 2026 goals. And what you have to do is, so your life every year you have 4 quarters, and each quarter you should define few key things that you can do, and for the end of the year you should have 1 or maximum 2 big goals that you can achieve, and these should be realistic. For the first step, open any notebook, anything that you can write, and try to add what your life should look like at the end of the year. Try to ask yourself some questions. What kind of things you wanted to do in the year so that you feel that you did something in that year, because we always do actually a lot of things in our life, but since we don't document anything, we don't write anything, it just, it's got forgotten. And what I'd seen that was working for me is I created a general goals for my life. One that is related to my health, one that is related to my relationship, one that is related to my work, and one that is related to my time productivity. So these are the 4 key things that I want to focus on my life, because when you define these key topics for your whole year, try to create a quarterly goals. Now what worked for me best is, again, I create a quarter like this, and then I add this 4 key topics, and then I try to write what I would love to achieve in this quarter. This kind of helps me to track my goals and what I want to achieve, and it also makes me look my life from outside, because if you can look your life as a third person from the outside, you kind of realize a lot of things. You realize that you have some patterns that you're following, you have some redundant things you're doing in your life, which leads you to be more lazy and less productive. So you shouldn't do every quarter's goal in one sitting. And once you have these goals written, I want you to go read them every single week. Every Sunday, take your whatever you wrote these goals, take it with you, go to some coffee shop, you can go park, whatever you feel nice, just go there, open this notebook and read these goals. There was a research done in Harvard, says that people achieve their goals 40% faster if they remind their goals to themselves every single week. And I did this, and to be honest, my life changed in a better way. First of all, it made me less anxious, because now I have a huge track that shows me what I did in that quarter and what I'm gonna do in that quarter, and that keeps me grounded instead of like having these ideas in my mind. And then at the end of the quarter, I just review it. I share what I did well, what I didn't do well, and what I would like to improve. Writing is really important. It is something I discovered in the past year, and I've seen a really great benefit of it. Now, you don't have to document your life like me on the YouTube, or you don't have to do any recording of video to yourself. Now, I have weekly check-ins, weekly journaling things. Every week on Sunday morning, I open my laptop, go to a silent place, I try to write whatever that worked in that week or whatever didn't work on that week. And I try to write as much as anything that comes to my mind. I don't do any optimization or anything, just write it. Once you start writing your thoughts that comes to your mind, it really makes your life much more easier. Thank you very much.